Hey, uh, don't know if I'm actually to post this. Probably going to. um, but I got some new decks, and one of them is by Caroline Myss. It's Archetype Cards. You can see there. Um, I've been on a Caroline Myss kick. When I first started my journey, I put a post out on a pagan group and was like, what information should I ingest? Who should I be reading? Um, Give me some good info, because there's a lot of info that isn't the greatest when it comes to metaphysical things. And um, so yeah, it's the first one that I really resonated with, that I really got my teeth into. And I've drawn my 12 cards. So let me back up. You have 12 archetypes. Technically, we all have a certain four, and then there's 8 other ones, but I just drew 12 for, just right off the bat. And this is just going to be me talking about them. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I enjoy talking more than just reading, so I figured why not. And Doyle isn't enjoying it too. Yeah, you're such a good boy. He always wants to come up when I draw cards. Always, yeah. Oh, thank you for the kiss. Okay, so there's these blank cards in here, that you can put, I guess, make up your own or something. Um, when I first shuffled, I forgot to take these out, and I drew them. So I took them out and then reshuffled. Well, my first card was the same both times. The monk/nun. The light attribute is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. The shadow attribute, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. So that's that. I don't know how well these are gonna focus, but I'll give it my best shot. I resonate with that totally. Let's look. Do these have are they? Oh, they are in alphabetical order. Good, good, good. I was gonna be very sad if they weren't. So, in here, in parentheses, it says celibate. Possess spiritual intensity, devotion, dedication, persistence, perhaps wisdom. Perhaps. Able to be single-minded, assiduous, devoted to a spiritual path or to any work that requires intense focus, including art and business. Celibate conserves vital energy for work and or spiritual practice. Shadow monk/nun is removed from the real world. Oh, I see. So celibate would be kind of the negative? I don't know. Okay. Shadow monk/nun is removed from the real world, overly pious, self-absorbed. Determine whether you have a serious life pattern of removing yourself from the world and personal relationships to focus intently on spiritual practice or work. That fits me to a T. I mean, anybody who knows me personally, I am a hermit. So let me back up a little bit. I read the introduction to the book, and she gives a general list of archetypes, not all of them, and you're supposed to go through, see which ones jump out at you. I wrote them here. I didn't plan for it, but there's 12 here. And one of them is the hermit. I really resonate with the hermit because I hold myself up a lot to work on my spiritual self, and just ingest information and learn more about me. So this, I 100% don't doubt that the monk/nun card is supposed to be here. In the list, I didn't even think to put monk or nun. Instead, I put mystic, and is there another one? Magical child, which I did get. It's the last one I drew. But let's continue. The next one I got is storyteller. Let's do this. Maybe. Okay. Good enough. I can't get really close because I get Doyle on my lap. And this is an impromptu video, so enjoy. Storyteller. Light attribute. Ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Shadow attribute. Making up tales that harm others. Ooh. Let's go to storyteller. Relays wisdom and foolishness, mistakes and successes, fact and fiction on a plane that's often heightened beyond ordinary awareness, including a metaphoric level of teaching. Reflects a desire to impose order on what sometimes seems like a chaotic and random universe. Shadow storyteller manifests when we can't resist making up a story to conceal something we don't want to be truthful about, or misusing a skill to our own advantage when sharing information. You don't have to be a professional writer, but a storyteller's voice and methods must be essential to your way of communicating and perceiving the world. This does resonate with me, I'm not going to lie. The shadow storyteller resonates with me, as well as the light one. But I used to, when I wasn't so honest with myself about, like, my vices, eating habits, that kind of thing. So I would often lie about how much I eat or how little I don't exercise, that kind of thing. So, or if a big one, instead of just drawing boundaries, instead of telling someone like, no, I don't really feel like doing X, Y, or Z today, I would say, I have a migraine. I'm under the weather. So, definitely. As well as the positive, I like telling a good story. I like hearing myself talk. You guys know that. Moving on. So the next one is mentor. Here's this one. Light attribute. Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes. Inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Ooh, that one already strikes with me. This one, I think, is a shadow card. I struggle with that. Let me read and then I'll talk. Master, counselor, tutor, see also teacher. Based on the character in the Odyssey to whom Odysseus entrusted the care of his house and the education of his son. Trusted teacher and guide in many forms of art, business, and spiritual practice. Passes on wisdom and refines the student's character. Shadow mentor is more concerned with imposing control than imparting wisdom, and doesn't allow the student to move on to the role of master. Ask yourself if you've shown a lifelong pattern of taking individual students under your wing and guiding many aspects of their lives. When I get insecure, man, my controlling, I get it from my mom. My mom controlled me so hard, and I'm doing much better with it, but it's always something that I need to keep just in the back of my head. I always check myself. I'm so paranoid about becoming this, rather than a peacemaker or a mentor, I guess. I don't really see myself much as a mentor, but, it's what I picked, so I'll use the word. I'm so worried that I will, get this trusted person and lead them astray due to my own shortcomings or my own insecurities. So I'm constantly checking myself with this one. And next one is the teacher. Like, this one also said see also teacher. So, interesting. And I like to think that I shuffled this deck pretty good when I first got it. I opened it and shuffled around, looked at it a bunch, and then I also shuffled it for a while today to sit with it. But let's say this one is the teacher. Light attribute. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Shadow attributes. Manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits, and destructive skills. So that's very similar to mentor. But I think less of more like a mentor is kind of like, it's a deeper, it's a more, I don't know, spiritual teacher or mental teacher, kind of. Let's read. Communicates knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. May manifest through parental guidance in business or the arts, or by inspired instruction in ethics or kindness. Shadow teacher manifests as a desire to manipulate or abuse students, to be more concerned with recognition than with imparting knowledge, or to teach negative traits and destructive skills. Ask yourself if others look to you as a teacher in any situation, to impart the richness of your experience or to show them the ropes. Yeah, this one's been with me for a while. I remember even, like in school, like high school, junior high, I was in band, marching band specifically. A lot of I was a senior, and a lot of the ninth graders just they looked up to me so much. I was only 4 years older than them, 3 years older than them, to some of them, and they like, it's cute. I guess it was cute, but yeah, that, you know, it does vibe with me. The next one I'm interested in, it's The Exorcist. Exorcist theme plays in the background if I ever bothered to edit my videos. So here's this. I like that. It shows a Native American. Okay. Light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. Well, don't we all have a bit of the Exorcist in us, huh? Let's see. Able to confront evil in the form of possession by destructive or antisocial impulses in oneself and others. Sorry, I had to read that again. Able to confront evil in the form of possession by destructive or antisocial impulses. Okay. Shadow Exorcist attacks the evil in others without having the courage to face his own demons. Discern a lifelong pattern of exorcising the negative spirits of social groups or individuals. I guess. You know, I am one to, like, stick up for what I believe in, I guess, in groups. And that can kind of, like, if it doesn't exorcise them, it definitely exorcises me from the group. You know? Yeah, interesting. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Definitely. I imagine, so, with each of these archetypes, some of them have been in our lives longer than others. Some of them have a tighter hold, and I don't know if, like, the order that I've drawn them in would represent that or not. If it does, it would only make sense that as I go down, I resonate a little less and less. I don't know. Let's go on. Next one is Poet. Light attribute, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Shadow attribute, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. I do post a lot on social media. And I write a lot. So I guess, yeah. And I could see how, you know, people use their gift for words negatively all the time, right? Combines lyricism with sharp insight, finding beauty not only in the epic affairs of humanity, but also in everyday acts and objects. I like that one. That one's me. Also expresses wonder at the hidden joys and sorrows that we might otherwise overlook. That's me. I'm feeling it. Shadow Poet turns gift for lyricism to negative effect, as in songs or poems written in support of evil causes. You don't have to be a published poet to have this as one of your 12 archetypes. Look for a lifelong need and ability to discover beauty in the people and things around you, and express it in a way that help others see it too. Yeah, I'm a poet. I get under this archetype for sure. I used to write a lot more than I do now. But that, yeah, I feel a need to write out my thoughts, and have people read them. You know, it sounds kind of vain, I guess, or, selfish or something, but I don't know, that's just all, it has been, like, even when I was really young, I would write poems, and I wanted people to read them. I wanted my words to be read, and don't we all? I guess, but I feel this because it's like, I want people to read my words, I want people to hear my words, but for what reason? Like, do I want money? Because that's not a good reason to do anything. So I guess, you know, that gives me something to think about, just getting the gears rolling. So my thoughts might be PC and stuff, but more's going on up here. This is just, you know, when I get a new deck, or, you know, this is a big new deck, I do things like this, so I wanted to record it and show you my process a bit. Companion is next. Here's this. Companion. Doyle, I'm gonna need to get a drink of water in a minute. I am. So let's see. Loyal, tenacious, unselfish, provides a symbolic service to a stronger or more authoritative personality. Okay. Emotional rather than sexual support helps others focus on their mission. Shadow companion manifests as betrayal, which damages the soul, or as suppression of your own needs. Look for a lifelong pattern of playing the loyal companion to others. Yeah. Let me read. So, light attributes loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Shadow, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Man, this should resonate with everybody, I feel like. Haven't we all lost ourselves with being in a companionship with somebody else? That happens a lot. But next up is martyr. Here's this. We've all known a martyr. I feel like a lot of our parents are martyrs. It comes kind of with parenthood, although it's not that great. There we go. So it says, light, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. Ooh. That victim mentality. Has the courage of one's convictions going so far as to die for a cause. Suffers that others may be redeemed, either spiritually or politically. Shadow martyr utilizes a combination of service and suffering for others as a means of controlling and manipulating them. It also says related to the victim. Look for a pattern of giving yourself to causes for the betterment of others, regardless of the consequences. Yeah, okay. I gotta think about that, because I like to think, especially now that I draw such a line, that I don't allow myself to be a martyr. I guess it's right after the companion card, and with love, that's where I've seen myself be a martyr. I will give, like, my last dollar to my loved one. I've done it before. I will give myself to those I love dearly. So that's interesting. That makes me think that there is some rhyme or reason to the order, but maybe not by order of, like, relatability. Definitely. Because that mentor and teacher thing, and now this companion and martyr, they're really related in my life. Let's keep pushing forward. I guarantee you I'll be staring at this for a minute after I end this video. So Midas / miser. There's this. And we got light attributes, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Tough. Yeah. That shadow attribute. I'm insecure about that. I'm insecure about not having money. I've been working on it. I feel like I've been doing good. And I also really resonate with the light attributes. Because there are so many situations in my life, especially growing up, that my mom, like, we should have lost the house, or we should have, like, had the lights turned off. We should have, like, there were things that should have happened, but somehow these things came together, and, you know, I don't know, it's fuzzy, but with money, I'm not good with it, never have been, and maybe I will be good with it one day. But even if I'm not, like, I don't know, it just comes, things work out, you know, I don't know what else to say. Let me read the book. Midas is associated with entrepreneurial or creative ability. Everything he touches turns to gold. Miser creates wealth by hoarding money and emotions at the expense of others and refusing to share them. Challenging to learn, generosity is inherent in both. Shadow Midas / miser uses wealth creating gifts only for personal gain and needs to control all forces for fear of losing it. Look for a pattern of creating wealth and or confronting how far you're willing to go to create it. Also for a pattern of difficulty sharing wealth. Sharing wealth in today's day, it's definitely not an issue. I hate money. I hate the concept of money. big time. And if you need money, if I have my shit covered, I'll give it to you. Like, no, stop. I guess that can also be a bad thing, because if I overextend that, then I'm hurting myself. So that's interesting. Hoarding emotions at the expense of others. That one I get for sure. Okay, next, Don Juan. Okay, let's see. Don Juan. And there's the Don. After this, we only got 2 more left. Light attribute spotlights your positive seductive qualities. What seductive qualities? Shadow attribute using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. I have never done that. That's one thing I can honestly say I have never ever done. Love is sacred, and I have always felt that way. But I guess maybe I get some seductive qualities that I didn't know about. I have to ask my partner. So it says, can make us aware of falling into sex role cliche or misusing the power of romantic attraction. An underlying vulnerability and the power to open a heart capable of deep love can counter its negative aspects. Shadow Don Juan represents a man preying on women for the sake of conquest alone. Look for a pattern of sexual behavior in which the end justifies the means. So I've definitely been taken advantage of like that. How it's, man preying on women. For sure, maybe that's it. Yeah, not gonna go too deep into that one. So the last 2, I got Child Nature and Child Magical. So here's Child Nature. It says, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Oh, what do you think, Doyle? You look hella abused, right? I shouldn't joke, it's not funny. It's definitely not. No. I like to think that this one is a light attribute only. Inspires intimate bonding with natural forces, shows affinity for friendships with animals, has inner toughness and ability to survive. Shadow Nature Child manifests as a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. I love my animals. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I always have to, ever since I was a kiddo. Yes. Okay. So next up, last, but definitely not least, Child Magical. Magical Child. So this is one of the archetypes Child that we all have inside of us. And I'm going to read more on that. I just wanted to draw some cards today. Light attributes, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Shadow attributes, pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles. Believing that energy and action are not required for growth. That one. That's pretty good. Ow, Doyle. Okay. Sees potential for sacred beauty in all things, for sure. My partner laughs at me all the time, because like when we go camping, I will start crying at just the view and stuff, because it's sacred, it's beautiful, Embodies wisdom and courage in the face of difficult circumstances. Is gifted with imagination and the belief that everything is possible. Shadow Magical Child manifests as lack of faith in miracles and transformation, attitudes of pessimism and depression, and has the belief that energy and action are not required, allowing one to retreat into fantasy. I've been there. Look for a pattern of transcendence over apparently negative circumstances from early on in life. These, have resonated so deeply, the vast majority of them. That Child Magical, I did not have an easy childhood, lots of traumas, and I overcame all of them, I would make my mom laugh a lot, in the face of peril and, tough stuff. Well, I do, pessimism is something that I feel like I've gotten a lot better with. But depression, I still have depressive swings. I consider I'm in one right now. I woke up this morning and was just like, really? I have to do this? I have to get up? And especially since I've started like setting my own schedule and motivating myself. Like, I don't necessarily have a boss above me. That it's hard when there's a depressive episode. It's hard to do stuff. It's hard to make a video like this. It's hard to want to do this stuff. But I'm so glad I did, because I feel better. I have a live video coming up at 6. Very pumped. I have at 2 o'clock Royo Yoga, ROYO Yoga, is doing a spirit week, a bunch of free like classes or meditations or something. I've never done it before, so I'm hitting them up. The first one starts today at 2, so I'm doing that. But yeah, so if you've made it to the end of this, thank you so much. I do oracle readings, tarot readings, I do sigil making, general witchy knowledge. If you want to schedule with me or book with me, head on over to mysticcreations.online. They're my team. That's where you can book with me. We also have a Facebook group, Mystic Creations. As always, my name's Rosemarie. You can hit up my Facebook page, The Healing Oracle, and, this is on YouTube, so if you're already here, I would love it if you subscribed, if you hit the like button. Helps the algorithm out, especially for starting out YouTube channels like me. Same for Facebook. If you go to our Facebook page, interaction is awesome. Yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, watching this kind of process. Tune in, stick around. That's not what I wanted to say. I don't know what I'm saying. Watch out for my live videos. That's what I'm trying to say. Watch out for my live videos. I do them every so often. So if you, sometimes in my live videos I do card pulls for you for free. So something to, if you're into this kind of thing, watch out. I end every video. Almost forgot. It's been a while. I was on vacation for a week, so I gotta get back in the swing of things. My self-compassion mantra. We're gonna put our hands on our hearts, and we're gonna say this 4 times. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you be loved. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe, and may you be loved. Alright, till next time. Bye, guys.